Okay, challengers, I have a new recipe for you. And so, okay, challengers, I have a new recipe for you. And when my mother was in MD Anderson and I went to stay with her, this is something that I ate a lot. The hospital food was terrible, so the things that I could order from the hospital room were awful. But I could go across the way, and there was a place that the doctors and nurses went to, and they had something similar to this. There's lots of names for it. I just call it a grain bowl, but it's also called a protein bowl or a power bowl or a Buddha bowl. No idea why it's called a Buddha bowl. But anyway, that's what it is. You start with some grains, any kind of grains, but I like some of the more exotic ancient grains because it just makes the whole meal feel a little bit more exciting and it's interesting. So I like ancient grains, and then you can add any vegetables or proteins, and then you add some really good flavoring to it, and you can mix it up depending on the season. What I love about it is it's warm and it is very filling. So during the winter, it is perfect because it's hard to eat salads during the winter. You don't always want something cool and crisp and crunchy when it's really cold outside, but you still need to get your vegetables, and you still need your protein, and you still need your fiber. So this is a great way to get all of that. And it's something that every person in your family can customize according to what they like. So think about it almost like a taco bowl night, but we're going to be doing it with grains. So I got at the store, this was at H-E-B, barley, which is really great if you are on a low carb diet because it keeps your blood sugar steady. So barley is really good for that, or if you're diabetic, this is one of the better options. And then I got this 5-grain one that is farro, barley, brown rice, Khorasan wheat, whatever that is, and oats. And then I have quinoa. Now I will say this takes 20 minutes, this takes about 10 minutes, and this one takes 45 minutes. But you can cook these ahead of time and then just stick them in the fridge and have them all week long. So you can prep a bunch of lunches, or you can prep for dinner, and then you can just pull it out and warm it before it's time to serve. So I'm gonna go ahead and make these, and I will meet you back here and show you how I assemble them. Okay, so now I've cooked everything, and I'm going to assemble my protein grain Buddha bowl, whatever power bowl, whatever you want to call it. Now I did overcook a lot of the vegetables. I didn't cook them too long. I cooked more than I planned on using for dinner tonight because I like to batch cook, and then like the zucchini I'll throw in my eggs for the rest of the week, and the broccoli I'll add to my salads. And I will probably make these grain bowls for me for lunches throughout the week, even though we had it for dinner this week. So here's what I did. I made some barley, and I made this in the Instant Pot, and it actually didn't take too long. And then I made some tri-colored quinoa, and I love how pretty it looks. I didn't get around to the farro because we're crazy busy tonight, and I have a band concert that we're trying to get to. All right, so those are my greens. That's my base, and then I've got some roasted chickpeas that I just did on the stove. Now you can put it all together, or you can section it out however you like to do it. And then I've got some green beans that I'm gonna add. And y'all, I was just at a restaurant in the Woodlands and got something very similar with no added protein, just vegetables, and it was all the monies. It was so expensive. It was good, but it was so expensive. And these ingredients, they're not expensive. These vegetables, not that expensive. I'm not adding extra protein today, so I'm gonna grab one of these beautiful butternut squash or acorn squash and put it right on top because it's so pretty, and I like my food to look pretty. And then you can top it with whatever you want. You can do a drizzle of olive oil. Pesto is really good for this. Chimichurri sauce is really good. Like a green salsa, depending on the flavors you're putting in. I made for my family, I did a maple syrup tahini sauce if they want. And then for me, I took chèvre, like a soft onion and garlic goat cheese, and I melted it down, and I just added some olive oil and a little bit of lemon juice and a little bit of water to get like a better soft consistency. And then I'm just gonna drizzle it over the bowl. That's it. That's how long it takes to assemble. I'm gonna eat this real quick before we run to a concert. And I would love to hear what flavors you throw together for this. This did take me probably about 45 minutes when I think about everything that I cut up and how I prepped it and put it in the oven. But next video, I promise I will show you a 5-minute version that is also pretty tasty and still really healthy. Enjoy your protein, grain, power Buddha bowl, and don't forget to sweat and smile.